All right, as always, here's the risk disclosure. Trading futures is risky. Know what you're doing before you do it, and you can lose all your money. Also, this live stream is not financial advice. It is for educational purposes only, and the live stream is not intended to copy my trades. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Feels like it's been forever since I've been on here. I think I need to adjust my camera a little bit here. There we go. Morning. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Good extended weekend, if you got one. Yeah, Mark. I agree. We all need that. Morning. All right, let's see what we have going on here. Make sure my levels are all refreshed. Flux levels. There's a big gap that happened. There's a gap back here. Right there. Has not been filled. All right, looks like we have a simplicity short forming here, but let's see if we could break this bottom area. Head down towards the dev. I'd actually like this to run below the dev, but let's see what happens here. Yeah, Todd. So typically the market typically is going to fill the gaps at some point. So, which is above the 2.5. If it makes its run up to settlement, it'll fill the gap. So I would definitely not be surprised if it made a settlement run at some point today, which is way up here. As you can see, we have our gap levels in there. All right, so technically this would be an LRE, but I'm not taking it because we are kind of at the bottom of this little range here. So I would wait for this to break short before I look for an LRE. Let's look at what the volume's okay. It's a little on the lower side, but it's okay. And liquidity. It's a little on the low side right now. I mean, it is Monday, and it is Cyber Monday as well, so just be a little cautious, that's all. All right, let's see. Now we're breaking this bottom here. Let's have a look at the 30 tick. Heading right into settlement. I'm sorry. I was just talking about settlement. Heading right into the deviation. So if you see on the 30 tick, if it does break this dev here, this dev level, Right below it, we have this cluster. Then there was a ZOI. Then there was a magnet to the left. So kind of be curious to see. It may hesitate a little bit, especially with the deviation there. But if it does continue short, I'd expect it to head down to this mini magnet at about 665. Couple clusters in the way. There's a little bit in the way that may cause some hesitation, but should be able to run down that way if it continues short. It's kind of what I'm looking at right now. All right, we're trying to break through. See if we do it. Now we're exactly where that cluster is to the left on the 30 tick. So I would want to take an LRE below this area. So if it came down further, pulled back up, I want it to come down a little further. So right now an LRE would be up here at about 688. That's too tight. Good morning. Yep, we're right back into it. Trying to catch these simplicity runs with a low risk entry. Seeing if it's going to break. Continue short to 665 if it can get past this little area here. Y'all taking advantage of the sell. 80% off ends today. Tonight. By the way, at 9 a.m., make sure y'all hang around. I'm going to say something that you will hear first right here. And you will love it. 9 a.m. coming up. Yeah, see, technically, we just kind of had an LRE here. Yeah, now it's an LRE now, but I would not take it. Like I said, we are going right back into the deviation. We haven't fully broken that area that I said we might hesitate at. And we just had a Lorex against that. So, definitely not taking a short right now. Now we may get it. All right. It's going to be interesting on the 30 tick. We have a mini magnet that could form on the bottom or the top of this bar. And whichever way that mini magnet forms, more than likely is going to push the market in that direction. So if this closes, this bar closes up. Actually, I don't know if it would continue up because we have these clusters. It may run up here to around 700, get a little choppy. Depending on what it wants to do with these clusters. See that mini magnet on the top went away. If it closed down with that mini magnet on the top, that could be a signal to continue pushing down. But now the top one went away, so see what happens here. Good morning, good morning. Bon dia. Good morning. Waiting to see what happens here. We just had a little bit of a run down. I was waiting for it to see if it would continue below the dev and these little areas here. $11,693. If it hits that, that's where this 30 tick bar will close with that mini magnet. It'll technically be HD as well. Bring that back over. So we have a little bit of a trend, it's down here, up, pull back, higher high, higher low, continue, higher low again, 223%. Ooh, now we do have a cluster on this 30 tick bar. Let's wait and see what happens. No news or anything for us this morning. Volume's climbing a little bit, so let's see. All right, it's almost at 693. There it is. Bar closed up, leaving the mini magnet and a TX on it. So it's technically an HD. I'd expect this. Now we do have those 3 clusters, like I said, so it might hesitate a little bit, but I'd expect this to run up to around 700 and kind of hesitate. There we go. Hitting that first cluster now between those 2. So I did pick me up a new monitor for Black Friday, and I'm extremely excited about it. It's really nice. It's not 4K or anything like that. I'm planning to get all brand new monitors one day later on, matching, but it's really good. I'm waiting for a new graphics card to come in, and then I'll be able to hook up the 6th. So I'm still running 5 right now, but my 6th will be running when that graphics card comes in. This one that I picked up was actually through Best Buy. They had a really good deal. It was half off. So that's why I kind of, none of my monitors match right now or anything, because I've just picked them up literally one at a time. Actually, 2 of them I got at the same time. They were given to me. But then all the rest have been one at a time. No, I already have 2 27-inch curved ones. And so the one spot that I had missing was a 24, so I got a 24. But yeah, later, that's what I'm going to do is all 27-inch curved. Or 32. I don't know. It depends on... We're planning to move in a couple years, so it depends on if it's before or after the move. The reason why that matters is because when we move, I'm looking for a place with a bigger office space or an extra bedroom that can be my office. Yeah, Lewis. So Chris and I have permission from Daryl to stream them live. All right, so we are hitting 700 now. Let's see if it keeps going up, if it can break that top cluster or not. Yeah, that's the problem, Jeff. So technically, I have 8 monitors right now because my wife also works from home and I have a big L-shaped desk. So on the other side to my right, there's 2 monitors for her. So it's really tight. It's literally a desk full of monitors. Let's see, what was I doing? Okay, yeah. So we made it just about back up to that top again. Thought about putting like a little light background music on my stream here, but I wasn't sure. I've heard some others. I've seen some other live trading with a little background music, but I wasn't sure if it'd be distracting or not for the times that we're just kind of sitting here. I personally don't like it. Like whenever I'm watching somebody stream. Okay, good. Then I won't do it. Yeah. I agree. When I'm watching other people too, and it's music, it doesn't even matter what type of music. I just feel like I don't like it. I don't know. All right, that's out. Easy decision. Especially if you're like doing something else also and just kind of have the stream going, then you can. It's not distracting. Well, we formed 3 bars of chop on the 50 tick. Let's see if it'll 7-11-50 would be. Yeah, I'd break out of that top if it can close this bar up. I would definitely like that. Morning. So yeah, see that was like I said, that mini magnet right here on the 30 tick and its HD with the TX. That's a nice signal that this would move up. I wasn't sure if it hesitate or not with all these clusters. So it did a little bit, but it looks like it's still trying to push up at least to this previous top, which was 709.75. I would be looking for it to go further long before I'm looking for an LRE though. First time. Hey, Mario. Glad to have you on. Yeah, we have a cluster on the 10. We are in a bit of a ODD state on the 10 tick as well. If this does continue long, we will be in a bit of a ODD state on the 30 tick as well. So just kind of monitoring moments to see what the market wants to do. Now, I don't ask for any type of donations or anything like that. I don't sell anything. I don't ask for anything. Yeah, Mario, this is the Apex Investing Tools. This is the toolkit. You're looking at a 10 tick chart, and on the bottom left, we call that the simplicity chart. It measures price action and implied volatility. And then also look at a 30 tick chart and a 50 tick chart that I flip through every now and then. So like I'll flip through to this 30 tick chart, I'll flip to a 50 tick chart. It is all taught for free at Apex Bootcamp. You can go to futuressniperbeast.com to learn more. Free 30-day boot camp. All right, see if we can break this top now. If you see on the simplicity chart, we have some red eye zones here. These are institutional zones. We have a green, clear, very clear top and bottom, right? Excuse me. Clear range for the chart here that we're looking at. So this was an LRE here. But when we have a clear defined area like this, I don't like to take them right in the middle. So I'll wait for this to break out long and then a pullback to take it. I'd prefer a reset though, meaning this flips red and then goes long and green above this area, or I would need it to come all the way back down below. It's a pretty tight range. 680. I mean, it's only about 30 point zone right now that we're looking at. Maybe getting a Lorex short here. I would think this would be a good one, but then again, that's also why I don't trade Lorexes, because I pick the bad ones. So do not follow me on Lorex trades. But this one looks like it has a lot of components and ODD. Well, so I use Kinetic, Mario, but it's literally the same exact data. It's the same data feed. Kinetic is just a white label of IQ feed, and it's cheaper. The only thing that the difference is the support. I believe IQ feed, you can get a person, a representative for you that you can email directly and all that. Kinetic, you don't. I've never had any issues with Kinetic. I've used them for about a year now and never had any issues. Anytime I need anything from them, I email, and they have been pretty quick to email me back. And they're way cheaper. So I use the simplicity, and I use the live futures data and all that good stuff for about $85 a month. This is good. Yeah, Jeff, from what I'm looking at, it looks like it's pretty good. Only thing I can see that might not work as if the market's just ready to break this top area, but I would think it's good. You really could have gotten a real low risk entry on this LRE. I mean, Lorex. As much as it retraced up here, it retraced all the way up to this top cluster. You could have got in there, and you would have had a small stop, couple points, low risk. If you would have got in there, you could have had a nice profit already, or take profit at the regular. Could have got about 5 points on that already. Yeah, I used to take, whenever I was taking the sniper trades. Oh, was it, Doctor? Who was showing an elevator? Yeah, that's a little scary. But when I was taking sniper trades only, I would always, anytime there was an opportunity for retrace, I used to love them. Because then it's just a low risk. Well, this Lorex was a winner. Yeah, it really does lower your risk a lot. Like that, you would have only had a risk of around 2.5 points or so, which is nothing. 8 to 10 ticks, half the risk. Make double the profit. Yeah, it looks like that it was just this mini magnet and ZOI right here to the left. That's pretty much what slowed it up. And it has those croc eyes there on that level. So that's pretty much what slowed it up. But that Lorex was just strong enough to push through. Now we do have a cluster on the 30 tick. Well, I mean, I did get the reset that I was looking for, though. So I would prefer this to just go ahead and flip back green and go long above this level, around this area. I mean, so this is what I was talking about. Couldn't break. Now we did get a reset here, flipped red. I'd prefer it to flip back green and go long above. Just because if it doesn't and it ends up going short, man, look at this. How often do you see NQs get stuck on a price level like that? Just because if it does go short, then I'm pretty much waiting for it to run all the way back down below. I will, though, sometimes if it's a clear defined range and it starts running short here from the top, I will sometimes, if it pulls back somewhere in the middle and gives a really good setup to continue short, then I'll take it. But that doesn't happen very often. All right, see if we get this long. So I was listening to a lot of different podcasts and things about trading. I try to immerse myself in trading, especially when I don't get to trade. I haven't traded really much in the last week, the holidays, and I'd rather just not trade. So to keep my mind fresh, I will review some charts and trades before I get back on, but also I like to listen to a lot of podcasts, YouTube videos, and things like that. And I found some video. There's this girl. Her YouTube is The Humbled Trader, and she has like almost 1 million followers, a ton. But I saw she did this interview at some event, and it was asking millionaire traders, like basically interviewing a bunch of millionaire traders at this place, just walking up, do we know for sure if they're millionaire traders? I don't know, but it was pretty good. And of course, they all say the same messages we all hear about everything: risk management, patience, all that good stuff. And, they had mentioned what they did before they were trading, how they became full-time, and how much they've made trading. And it's just pretty cool to see, to give you that motivation. Yeah, they're pretty good. I had seen her before, but I just never really paid attention. So I finally clicked on a video and watched a few of them. Actually, what the video that I watched, she gave like a 10-minute speech on a stage about, I don't know. She kind of told her story and some things with it, and it was really good. Yeah, she mentioned about going from Taiwan to Canada. So that's pretty cool. Karen, like a journal type, the journal software, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I did kind of a quick video on it, but I actually should need to do another one. Because let's see. Not much happening right now, so see if we go to my channel here. Right here, Trade Journal of Choice. So I did that a few months ago. But the thing is, I recently changed to a different one, a new place that I found, and I think it's a lot better. So I need to update that video. But this one's great too. It was using TraderSync, which is this one. TraderSync. Looks like they had a Black Friday deal. But I changed it to Trades Viz. I actually like this one better, and it's cheaper and it has more features, easier to import, and they actually have one-click auto sync to Rhythmic, but they haven't got it connected with Apex yet. They're working on that. Morning, Dan. Good to see you on here. Yeah, Karen. So you could check out that video. That one's still good. It's just and actually it's very similar, both the journals, but I moved over to this other one because it does have some features that I like, more visual features on the dashboards, easier to upload trades and stuff like that. Yep, looks like Simplicity is trying to set up a long. Technically, it just gave a long. I'd be waiting to see if this breaks this top, which it looks like it's going for it. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get a nice little run. Because we do have a long setup bar here. Both are angled up. Oh, broke up. Look at that. Both angled up. The next bar broke the high of that bar, so that's a long. It is breaking that top area that I was looking for it to break. So it did exactly what I wanted it to do. That's rare. But I wanted it to come up here, give a nice little reset, break long. So let's see if it continues long a little bit. I'd like it to go up to around this 720 area. 724 would be nice. And then give it a little pullback for an LRE. I wouldn't mind it given an LRE around this top area, since it was a top that it couldn't break for a little while. But I would need something. I mean, I kind of would want it to go a little further, not be in this ODD state. And when it pulls back, give me something, you know, something a little nice to go with it. Some HD, leaving a magnet, low volume scores, something. Just because I don't want it to come back down into this rangy area, especially since the market's not moving very great today. Yeah, when you have a lower volume, lower liquidity, and not a lot of movement, you got to beware of fake outs. So I would prefer to run long further to get away from that top instead of just taking it off the top like I normally like. Guys, 8 minutes, about 7-8 minutes. I'm going to drop an announcement that you'll hear first. You will hear it here first. You will not be disappointed. It's awesome. So hopefully I'm not in a trade when that happens. Yep. For those of you that's on the live stream, you are here at the right moment. And it is about Apex Trader funding. It's been killing me. Been killing me to hold this in. I don't need to save 10% anymore. Not with these changes. Yeah, I'm sure some of y'all have seen on the official site a couple changes. Some people snapshot some of the pictures from the official site. It's on the official site, those changes. So that's part of it. So just gave an LRE on this little pullback, but I mean, it's a 1-bar pullback. And it didn't run as far as I wanted it to, like I mentioned. Y'all probably don't care about the market at this moment anymore, huh? Yeah, Lorex short on that too. Definitely not taking an LRE. Yeah. That's my big rule now that the Lorexes exist, is I do not take an LRE against a Lorex for sure. Unless if it's ran a good 4 or 5 bars or more. Yeah, that's the thing with these Lorexes. They can be a basic Lorex and still at least get you your 9 ticks. Nice, Nikita. Did you get that one? on RTY? I don't have RTY pulled up. Oh, okay. All right, Simplicity's reset again. Yeah, I hate when the market moves this way. Yeah, let me pull up on the room chart. That RTY, I'm curious now. Oh, yeah. SLZ, Lorex. Oh, well, is the Lorex still there? I guess they don't have the Lorex detector on the room chart. I don't see a cluster anymore. Or I don't see a cluster. It's kind of hard for me to see on the room chart. Oh, they have the detector in the room chart now? Oh, yeah, I see it on the YM. That's nice.
Potential TX on NQ. Potential double TX on NQ.
Yeah, I see Lorex on the YM room chart. I don't see one on the RTY, but that might be because there's not currently one. Got a little ODD TX here on the 10 tick on NQ. Oh, is that what it is, Nikita? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think that they had the Lorex detectors on the room charts. That would deter people away from getting it on their own. Just a sideways motion now. Not loving this market. Double clusters on the 30. This market is confused. Almost ready. Almost time. You might be ready to take off here. All right. It is 9 a.m. and I'm allowed to make an announcement. All right. So first thing, the 80% off sale is going to be extended until next Monday. So that's the first piece of good news. So it's going to be extended until the 5th, December 5th. And the reason is because, yes, there are some changes to Apex. Y'all saw some of them. 7-day evaluation versus 10. Actually, let me pull this up here. 7-day evaluation versus 10 and 25K that you get to keep. Okay, I don't know where that went. 1 second. Disappeared. Okay. So, you keep 100%. Why is this disappearing? It doesn't want me to tell y'all. Hold on 1 second. Keep 100% of the first 25K of profits versus the 10K that has been, that it has been. 7 trading days required on all evaluation accounts. Now, only 10 trading days for a PA to get your first payout. No more 25 days. That's huge. No more 25 days. Also, 2 payouts a month. No more waiting to the end of the month. So, basically, you're going to be able to trade 10 days, request a payout. I think it's between the 1st and 5th, and then like the 15th and 20th, a second payout request. So, yeah, every 2 weeks, basically, you can trade 10 days, request payout, trade 10 days, request payout, and continue doing that. So, that is huge. That is huge. If this doesn't tell you Apex is just trying to blow out the competition, I don't know what does. Because, I mean, I know that's been one of the few knocks, right? Is that, you got to trade 25 days after you're funded and then wait till the end of the next month or whatever. So it could be, 60 plus days before you get your first withdrawal. But now that is over. So it's about to be game over for other companies, in my opinion. I mean, it's just to have to only trade. So think about it this way. You can essentially start a new account, brand new evaluation. 7 trading days get funded. 10 trading days after that, be eligible to request a withdrawal. So 17 trading days, you can go from new evaluation to eligible to withdraw. That's, I don't know. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, Apex is just killing it. I mean, they're really trying to, they want to do what traders want. So they want to be the best. That's for sure. And this is starting now. John is going to be doing a webinar. He's going to drop a video. He may even done it now. Pretty much all this news is coming out at 9 a.m. And he may have dropped the video now or will be very soon. And he's going to be doing a webinar tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll put the link on my group as well. I'm sure you'll see it. They'll send out emails, everything. So, yep, it's all going to be retroactive. So, for current and retroactive, it's going to apply to everything. Yep. Applies to everything. Yep. Current, any vowels you've been working on, any PAs you've had, this applies to it all. So this is awesome. This is huge. When I found out about this, oh man, I wanted to tell you guys so bad. I have to respect, what the timelines that they give me to release information. So really, y'all, I mean, if anybody's been, this is motivation to really do good. Now, also, you could just take your time. You don't have to try to get a big win to try to, qualify because you think It's going to take forever if you miss this one payout. I mean, basically every 2 weeks. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, and that's also why they're extending this sell, because now with these new rules in play, they know people are going to want to buy more accounts. So they're going to give it another week to allow people to, if anybody was on the fence too about getting more, to go ahead and get more. So, and I've had people tell me that their only hesitation that they haven't gone with Apex, the ones that haven't, is because of the payouts. But now they're coming on board too. Yeah, Vegas. I mean, yeah, 700 more to get all those funded. Just take your time. Yeah, take your time, especially now knowing once you do get those funded, it doesn't have to take so long to get paid either. So now it, in my opinion, incentivizes us to really take our time and trade well. Yeah, Mark. That's what actually has taken them the time that it's taken them to change. They've been wanting to make these changes, but they had to make sure everything was in place. And I believe they have hired some people. So yeah, they're definitely going to be able to handle everything. They already have an expected increase in business, and they've prepared for it. My promo code is WIN80, WIN 80. Apex should be announcing it. I mean, John may have even put a video out already. But for sure, he's going to have a video out today, this morning, about it. Just a quick video. And then he's doing a webinar tomorrow night about it. Thank you, Dan. Thanks for the support. Yeah, that's the only, I don't sell anything. I don't ask for donations, nothing like that. The only thing that, helps support me is if you use my affiliate code. So I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, my code is always going to be WIN and then whatever the sell is. WIN 80, WIN 50, whatever it is. Yes, sir, Mark. That is my affiliate code. We do have a Simplicity short. It didn't really go very far. We do have an LRE here, but I'm not taking it because it didn't run very far. We're still stuck in this zone, bouncing off 700 again. What I do like is this LRE. Oh, might form a third bar sling on the 30, and it also came off these double mini magnets. But it's just, to me, it's a possibility trade. So I'm not taking it. Might be forming a TBS there. Well, that went away. It's just been stuck here. It's 9:09. I'm probably not going to take a trade, because I'm only going to be here another 5-10 minutes. And my thing is, I don't like to take it if it's been ugly this whole time for the last 5-10 minutes. Don't want to take a loss when it's been ugly the whole time. Yeah, I agree. I feel like this is going to continue north, continue long, especially since we have that gap that it needs to fill. But doesn't look like it's going to be a pretty ride up there, at least before the open. Yeah, well, kind of, Brian. I have it set up on on the stand and everything and position, and it's all ready to go, except I'm waiting on a graphics card to come in. And because if I don't get the graphics card, I'll have to buy another an adapter to plug it in, and I don't want to do that since the graphics card will be able to handle it. So I'm just waiting for that, and then I'll plug it in. So right now I'm still on 5 monitors, and I'll have the 6th in a few days. They already, well, yeah, if the account is blown out, whenever the renewal comes, it'll reset on its own. They already do that. So it's if you have a renewal coming up in a couple days and you're below, let's say you started a $50,000 account and you're below 50, like let's say you're at 49 and your renewal is coming up in a couple days, you might as well just go for it because and either blow it out or get it above 50,000. Because if you blow it out, then when it renews in those couple days, it'll be reset on its own. Yeah, it has to be in a blown out, just not if it's just below your starting amount. It has to be in a failed state. Nope, you don't have to pay for any resets if it's blown out, and then your recurring month comes up. It'll reset on its own. Now, if you blow it out in the first few days and you got to wait a whole month, then you might just want to either reset it or, if there's a good sell, then, just get a new one.
Potential setup A, setup B on NQ. Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. Setup A, setup B on NQ.
All right. Yep. Looks like I'm not going to get a trade today, so I'm definitely not going to force anything. Market's ugly. Yeah, Ross, it does not charge you both. It'll just charge you your regular monthly renewal and reset on its own. Yeah, Ross, so as long as you don't cancel this account, then you will be at 80% for every single month. So technically, you don't even have to, like, let's say you're on a $35 50K account or whatever. That's all you have to pay every single month. So if you blow it out, you can just wait until it charges you $35 again and it'll reset. So you never have to pay more than that unless you want to reset sooner. As long as you have the evaluation. Yeah, we're about 15 minutes away from the open. Market's been just barely moving. I mean, let's see. Since I've been on, this is crazy. Look at this. since I've been on. It's a little after 8. It's about here. There's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're on the 14th bar on the 30 tick since I've been on. I've only had 14 bars. So yeah, definitely not much movement. And on the 50 tick chart, I got on this bar. So 1, 2, 3. We're on the 4th bar on the 50 tick chart since I've been on. It's only moved 4 bars. That's nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be normal. I mean, volume did pop up over 100,000 now, but just have to see how it goes. Mondays are typically lower volume than Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday anyways. And then being Cyber Monday and right after the holidays, it could be low or slow. All right. Closing down. All right, y'all. I am jumping off of here now. Not much happening today, so all right, so I'll see you all tomorrow. Back to live streaming my normal times every day. And hope y'all enjoy all these new benefits. And keep a lookout. John will be doing a webinar tomorrow night. I'll post the links as well. So, all right, hope y'all have a great day and trade well. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you, Jimmy.